You got up in nothing, wasting your time in chasing stars.
Local,
You live in the moment, carried away from who you
control
are.
my destiny.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be doing some butterfly locks on one of my clients. So I wanted to show y'all my process as I'm going through this. You know, of course, first you gotta always part your hair, make sure it's clean. So that's what I'm about to be doing right now, getting her part all clean and crispy, because hey, the hairstyle looks 10 times better when the parts are clean. So as you can see right now, I'm going in with my edge gel. And I am cleaning up her part. Now I am starting to braid her hair. So like when I like to do butterfly locks, I like to braid all of the hair first, and then I start wrapping each individual braid because it just makes it a lot easier. I don't have to keep picking up the comb and parting it. So as you can see I'm doing now, I'm just braiding all of her hair down into some individual. So I actually ended up going back on the bottom row and taking those two braids out because they were really big compared to my other braids I did. Her hair was just very like fine in the back, so I ended up doing two braids because the braids would be extra skinny, but I ended up separating them and making 3 braids in the back so that it won't look so much of a difference between the bottom braids and the next row. So that's what I'm doing now, just making 3 braids and cleaning that up so that the braids will look proportioned to each other. Okay, so I have finished braiding her hair, and just look at it. They look all nice and clean, you know. Now it's time to get into the wrapping. So when I'm wrapping the butterfly locks, I like to get a crochet needle and well, hook, whatever you want to call it, and I'll feed in like a piece of marley hair just so it'll make it like more thick and firm as I'm wrapping, and it won't be all flimsy. And then I will go in with one piece of the water wave hair to wrap her braid with. And as you can see here, I wrap to the right, okay? So in order for the lock to stay straight and instead of curling up, you want to wrap to the right, and make sure you wrap it at least like 3 to 4 times tight at the root, just so that as you are wrapping with the actually doing a butterfly lock, it'll actually be more easier and the lock will stay in place. So as far as my butterfly locks, I will like wrap to the right. I'll do a butterfly lock like every 2 to 3 twists. It depends on how I'm feeling, for real. They're all different. And so I will wrap the hair to the right, and then I will like put a piece of it on top of my finger and wrap it under it, and then I'll go back over and wrap it at the top, and I will slide my finger under it. Alright, so I slowed this part down for you so you can really see what I was talking about. So I'll take my crochet hook and I'll slide it through the braid. I'll get me like a little piece of marley hair. I don't really know like the actual size. It's very like thin. And I will slide it through the braid, and I'll pull that piece right back out, and I'll just make it even on both ends. And once that is done, I will take my crochet hook again, which you'll see here, and then I will slide in the marley hair. Well, actually, I ended up using another piece because it was a little thin. So I wanted to make it a little thick so that the lock is not so skinny. And so I added another little piece. And so now I am going to take my crochet hook and put it back in. Make sure when you are using the marley hair that you fluff it out, okay? You don't want it to be all curly. Not the marley hair, excuse me, the water wave hair. You want to make sure that it is not so curly. You want to feather it out a little bit so that it'll have like a little fluffy look. And so then you'll put that one piece. I only use one piece of that because I already put a lot of pieces of the marley hair, and I only need that curly hair to make the lock part. And so after I do that, I'll pull down my right side like all the way down. Not all the way, but I'll match up the other end with the marley hair, just so that while I'm wrapping, I'll have the water wave hair the whole entire way through. And so I'll start wrapping to the right, wrap one time, then I'll wrap another time, and then I'll wrap it again. Okay, you want to make sure it is firm right there at the end of the braid. You don't want it loose because it'll slide out. Wrap it again. So once I see that it's a little solid at the end, then I'll start wrapping and doing my little butterfly lock. So as you can see, I put a little piece over my thumb, my left thumb. I wrapped it under it, then I wrapped it over it. Then as I brought it back down, I slid my finger from under it. So that is what created that little lock effect. If you want to have a lot of butterfly locks, a lot of butterfly like style throughout your lock, then you can do little pieces of hair that you wrap around your thumb and just keep doing it throughout the braid. I don't really do too many of them. I kind of use like a good enough size to where you can see the little butterfly lock out of the lock. And voila, we are done. Look at them, they look so good. She really loved this hairstyle, and I loved it too. Like, it was given, yes ma'am. Don't play with me. But y'all, just get into it. They look so nice and even, and I just love them. I really love these butterfly locks. So if you really like this hairstyle that I did, go ahead and comment, like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more. Okay, so this is my second half for today, and she is going to be getting some medium large boho knotless braids with the color 27. So stay tuned and watch how this goes. First, you already know we gotta get the parts all straight and nice and crispy. Going in with my edge gel, and yeah, so let's get into it. Just look how clean I be getting those parts. It just be like, ooh, I love a clean part. It's just something about them clean parts. I don't know, it just do something to me. But yeah, I'm just making sure they're all nice. It's all nice and clean. As you can see, I went back and straightened it up just a little bit more. It's a little crooked right there. But guess what? We got it fixed. So yeah. Alright, so as you can see, I am now just cleaning up the parts, getting the bottom already parted and sectioned off. So I like to do 3 in the bottom row for when I'm doing medium large knotless, just so I can go ahead and get my idea of how I'm going to be doing each row, and then I'll gel them up and I'll start braiding. So before I start adding the braiding hair, I like to go in with my edge gel and just go ahead and mold it, get it nice and flat, so that way when I braid it, it is not poofy at the root. So I'll go ahead and put my edge gel, get my comb through it, make sure it is laid down throughout the entire part of the hair, and then I'll go in and go ahead and start braiding. So when I braid, I like to go ahead and like kind of braid it like one time, and then I'll start adding in the hair. So I did 5 or 6 pieces. I'm not really sure. I can't remember. I think it was like 5 pieces, just so it'll, you know, I can tuck her hair. So I'm actually working on tucking. That's my goal. One of my goals for 2023. Alright, so here I'm now going to be adding in the piece of curly hair. So for the curly hair, a lot of people ask me what I use. I don't like to use the crochet curly hair because it gets so knotty, like after a couple days, and my, well, not mine because I don't use it, but other people end up cutting out their hair. So what I do is I actually get a bundle of synthetic hair, and I'll pull like a little piece off of it, and then I'll braid it in with the hair. And once it gets back to my right hand, I would just pull it out and just continue braiding. So I like this hair a lot better because it actually flows, so if it gets wet, it doesn't get tangly or nothing. It just will get thin and like normal wet hair gets. So that is the hair I like to use for my boho braids. And also, I forgot to mention, as I'm doing boho braids, I actually only put a curly piece in every other braid. I don't do every braid because I don't want the curls to take over the whole knotless style. So I would do every other braid because at the end, like, the curls are still going to pop through and you're still going to be able to see the curls through it. Alright, so we are halfway there, moving right along. So y'all, me and my clients, we have literally the best conversations. Like, we talk about everything. So I really think braiding for me is so therapeutic because I get to talk and conversate and just, you know, hear what other people have to say. And so we have a great time every time I am braiding somebody's hair. So it makes time go by a lot quicker. Alright guys, so this is the final look. It came out so pretty. Like, y'all, she loved it. That color is really popping, and the boho curls are literally just enough. Like, they're perfect. So if you love this video, be sure to give a thumbs up, comment, like, and subscribe. And stay tuned.